Hi everyone, and welcome to Quarantine Cooking with Miss Lisa at the Fayette County Public Library. Today we are going to make a very unusual but totally delicious cream cheese spread. If you like cheese balls, you'll probably love this. Now, there's a lot of weird ingredients in here that you wouldn't normally put together. So let me go through the list of ingredients that you will need today. You need Worcestershire sauce. You need some Dijon mustard. You need some brown sugar. You will need 1 full stick of butter. You need a brick of cream cheese, some onion and garlic powder, 1 whole cup of yummy pecans, and any kind of cracker of your choice, and I have chosen wheat thins. So today's going to be a little wonky, is like what I like to call it, is because I am using my electric skillet today as a stove top. Since we don't have that available here at the library, I only need a small cooking space today. So at home you would just use a little pan and just turn it on medium heat, because you only need it hot enough to melt your butter and stir in the ingredients. All right, this is actually a recipe from the French Quarter, and it's going to actually look a lot like pecan pie filling when we're done with it. So as you see, we do have some ingredients from the pecan pie, but then we throw in all this extra spicy and tanginess that goes so well with cream cheese. It'd be a great item for you to display at a party. We have 4th of July coming up, we've got other holidays coming up. It'd be a great thing that you could surprise your guests with something new. All right, I have already turned on my pretend stove top here, so it is on medium heat. The first thing we need to do is melt the butter. So my butter has already been laying out for a while, so it is nice and soft, so it should melt quite quickly. I'm just going to go ahead and open it up and make little pats of butter, stick it in my skillet, and you can see it's going to melt quite quickly, and that's what you want. And again, if you start to see it bubbling or something, then turn your heat down, because you don't want to burn it. You just need to be able to melt your butter. All right, let's get the other half in there. You can see it melting very nicely. Cut that one in half. Remember, the smaller little pats you use, the quicker it's going to melt. Now, I do not suggest that you try this at home in this type of manner, unless you really are hard up for using your stove. But today we're using a skillet inside of a skillet, but it works. All right, so we're going to stir our butter around, and we just need it to melt all the way through. And again, we don't want it to burn, so don't turn it on high. Medium heat will do. Okay, so now once your butter is melted, we get to start adding in all of these strange ingredients. All right, our butter's about done. I'll continue to stir it just a minute. All right, the first thing we need to add into our melted butter, and I'm going to turn my heat down just a little bit, is our onion and garlic powder. Now, the recipe calls for a whole half of teaspoon. These are not my favorite flavors, and so I'm going to go with just 1/4 today. I am just going to sprinkle a little bit of onion in there, and now if this is something your family loves, go for a whole half. Okay. Ooh, I'm starting to smell it. There's some onion. We'll add a little garlic into it. Okay. I'm actually using a 1/2 teaspoon there, and I don't want the full half. So, all right, and again, go ahead and start stirring it up a little bit to help that flavor dissolve into the butter. Very good. There's our 2 flavors. Next, we need to add in between 1/4 and 1/2 cup of brown sugar. I like it a little sweet, and I haven't patted it all the way down, so we're just going to add that in there. It's about 1/4 cup of brown sugar. This is what's going to thicken up over the heat in the next couple of minutes. It's going to create your nice thick sauce. sort of looks like the pecan cream filling if you've ever made pecan pie filling. But with that onion and garlic in there, it definitely doesn't taste like pecan pie filling. All right, break up those little clods and just keep stirring it. You want it to all blend together to make one nice creamy mixture that we're going to end up putting on top of our cream cheese brick. Okay, now for the other weird ingredients, the Worcestershire sauce and the mustard. I believe, let me check my recipe, the Worcestershire sauce says 1 teaspoon. So we're going to take our 1 teaspoon and carefully pour in 1 teaspoon of the Worcestershire sauce. And again, we're going to want to stir it in, blend all those flavors together. Smells delicious. The other ingredient that we need is the mustard. And I believe it was only a 1/2 teaspoon. I'm just going to go ahead and open it. Use my little 1/2 here. Put a little dollop of mustard in there. Rinse it off a little bit. That works. And we need to make sure that that melts into this mixture of brown sugar and butter and spices. Okay. Our last ingredient is the nuts. And it's supposed to be a pecan cream cheese spread. So we're going to take my whole cup of pecans here and just sprinkle them in and stir it around. Doesn't that look like a pecan pie? Sure does not taste like it though. Okay, look at all those yummy pecans. Get a little bit more. Good, you want to have enough sauce to cover all of those pecans. It's looking really good. Okay, now for the next step, we need to take it off of the heat and let it cool for a couple of minutes. The mixture will harden a little bit so that we can pour it over the cream cheese. So I'm going to turn off my heat, very carefully lift my pan off the stove top and over here to a bowl that has been in the refrigerator for a while. So hopefully this will help cool our sauce so that it is not really hot when we pour it on our cream cheese. All right, since this is sort of a showstopper for a party, you're going to want to find a pretty plate and get your brick of cream cheese open and set it right in the center of your plate. All right. So we're going to open up our cream cheese here. And we want it to look like a brick. We want it to look like a centerpiece. So I'm just going to take that and stick it right in the center of the plate. Now that sauce that we made is going to go in the middle. So you're going to want to take a big spoon and press down so that you have a little cavity to put your filling in. Okay, so I'm just going to spread that out a little bit. Now to make it really pretty and decorative and ready for your serving table, go ahead and take your crackers out and lay them in a nice design all the way around your plate. So, and this is a perfect opportunity to continue to let your filling cool down, because you don't want to pour a hot filling on your cream cheese or your cream cheese will melt. And that's not going to be so good. All right. Again, you can use any type of cracker that you like. Wheat thins are crisp and delicious and work well with cream cheese. The different flavors all blend together really nicely to create a wonderful treat for your family and friends that may be coming over to try this. All right, let me give a little touch here. Yeah, it's not too hot. Now my little trick of keeping a cold bowl did the trick. So then we're just going to take this filling, put it down inside the little hole you made. Looks like I've made a little bit too much. Maybe I should have spread out the cream cheese a little more. All right. It can spill over just a little bit. I'm sure your guest would not mind. All right, so now we have this wonderful savory spread. The French Quarter cream cheese pecan, pecan spread. Very delicious. All right, folks, I sure hope you try this. A very unique recipe from the French Quarter. Let me know if you do. So my name is Miss Lisa, and I'm here at the Fayette County Public Library with Quarantine Cooking. Next week, since July 4th is over the weekend, we will actually be meeting next Thursday at 2 o'clock. So come see me next Thursday, and we'll have another recipe for you. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.